Oh, the last one we just got?
Yeah, the
Okay.
one you just got. It changed a small dollar amount in an area, plus if we can accept this as a substitution for the item, it'd be very helpful. So I make a
Okay.
motion to amend by substitution.
Okay. Hang on just a
Just a
second.
second.
Let me catch up.
Amend by substitution. This one.
Okay.
And seconded by Mr. Prohl. Okay, roll call on accepting the substitution. Trutchell.
Yes.
Prohl.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Malone.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Henderson.
Yes.
Bonner.
Yes.
Ames.
Yes.
And that motion passes, so that will be substituted.
Also, it was brought to our attention that in this, there is one account number that is incorrect. And as we look at the ordinance, the first from unappropriated general fund is $84,000 to salaries, 010-100, and it says 7104. I need to amend that to say 7101, remove the 7104, strike the 4 and make it to a 1, and that's the only place that we need to do it on that ordinance. All the grand total, $390,000, remains the same, but it's an account number that is 7101, meaning salaries.
Okay.
I make that motion to change it to 7101, please.
All right. And that was seconded by Mr. Trutchell. Okay, the motion and second was to amend the first item to 010-100-7101. Roll call. Trutchell.
Yes.
Prohl.
Yes.
Patrick.
Yes.
Malone.
Yes.
Lester.
Yes.
Henderson.
Yes.
Bonner.
Yes.
Ames.
Yes.
And that motion passed, so that will be amended.
Okay, thank you. What this does, when I compare them both, as chair of finance, I was given these dollar amounts to make the year-end budget adjustments, which is very typical for this time of year, and then referred to the auditor's office for the account numbers. But the new amended one further spells out where we were going to spend some additional money in unappropriated street construction, $35,000. We had to take money from the general fund in the new substitute ordinance to put $35,000 in street construction and then spend the $35,000. So that's really the only significant difference, is moving the money from unappropriated to that to have it available to pay out the salaries. I pose the question, why the adjustments? The mayor has some further information about some payroll calculations. Also, council, we will remember that this was a union contract year. We paid back pay, and you can calculate those things, but sometimes the fringes get a little off. There was some overtime included in some of this for festivals or things like that, for water main breaks, sewer line breaks, and this is very typical. Near the end of the year, we need to just reevaluate that, make sure the monies are in there to cover the payrolls through year end. I had been told that this will handle all these categories, but that we will have at the next council meeting some further adjustments in other departments. Item number 11 tonight is the first reading of an ordinance to extend the Chillicothe Municipal Court Victim Witness Assistance Program and accept the money for $41,116. Their funds are in desperate need of being replenished, and to continue this program, I would also ask that we waive the 3-read rule to keep this program going so that it does not experience a glitch. Those are all the regular agenda items for finance tonight. I would like to announce a finance committee meeting next Monday, November 30th at 4 o'clock in the administration building, first floor conference room. The mayor has made me aware that we will need to be doing further financial adjustments for transit salaries and different items that are part of some requests from the American Reinvestment Act. We will be considering the final stages of paying DLZ engineering plans, the final payment there, and deal with all that legislation and all other pending assignments for finance to try to wrap up our year-end financial needs. So if anyone has any other financial issues, we really want to get them dealt with here on the November 30th and try to wrap it up. And that does conclude my report.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Bonner.
Thank you, President Schultz. The Human Resource Committee has 5 items on the agenda tonight. Item number 5 is a first reading to amend Section 1 of Ordinance number 3-08. This is for the Assistant Law Director position that is paid for by the grant for the victims of domestic violence. This is a grant that we need to approve every year so they can get the pay scale straightened out. Item number 6 is also a first reading to amend Section 123.021 of the codified ordinance, and this is to change the office manager's position to administrative assistant position, which would increase the pay approximately 75 cents per hour. Number 7 is a first reading to temporarily suspend the maximum hours for part-time security officers in the Chillicothe Municipal Court. Council's just been working too much. We've used up all of our hours since we're always here doing stuff. So we need to suspend that so we can have security here at these meetings. These crowds can get pretty rough. So,
Not for us for very long.
I'm going to ask to waive that tonight.
Oh, okay.
Item number 13 is to amend Section 3 of Ordinance number 52-09, repealing Ordinance number 132-09. This is to for the pay scale for the surveyor flood wall coordinator. The current pay scale does not match the ASME contract, so we have to get that in accordance with the ASME contract. And I'll ask to waive that tonight since we want to get it in accordance as soon as possible. And the final item number 14, is to amend ordinance number 35-09. This is pertaining to the part-time temporary assistant in the Human Resource Department. As we know, we dealt with this earlier. Nan McNeely is leaving, and she volunteered to go half-time so we could bring an assistant on and train that person throughout the year. And this is just making it clear that this person is half-time pay but does receive the other benefits excluding health care. So she dropped her health care but kept everything else the same. And that's just clarifying that. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Any other committee reports this evening? Mr. Pearl.
Yes, President Schultz, we have a Safety Service Committee meeting coming up on December the 2nd at 4 o'clock p.m., Conference Room 1. This will be dealing with an amendment to the ordinance banning the discharge of firearms in the city to include longbows and crossbows. So if people that have an opinion on that would be welcome to come down and talk to us and give us some guidance as we talk about that particular subject. Again, that was December 2nd at 4 p.m.
Okay.